Longhorns will kick this away to get us going. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense trots out there to open this game. Kurt, let's check the impact players in this game, guys who have been leading. Who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Takes the handoff again. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
He These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
They'll hand it off. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but still early in this game, never abort this running game. You keep working, it's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
The pocket breaking down. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. The Longhorns offense out there for their first possession. Because we know this top quarterback is a confident guy, but talking to him, he's also well aware how good that edge pass rusher on the other side is.
Well, he better be ready today. He's got great skill. We know what he's capable of doing, but this will be the best defensive end that he's faced all year with that kind of pass rushing ability. So he's going to have to maneuver around in that pocket to make plays.
Running out of time in the pocket. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. To the air, it's Manning. And this pass is caught. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody and allow...
Breaks into the clear. That's the 1st down and more. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. 1st down now at the 40.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Ball handed to the running back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
He escapes the pocket. Wide open downfield. They finally stop him, and not before he gets to the 16-yard line.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
And tackled after a small pickup there. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Play fake, looking to throw. He'll throw it now. Near the goal line. He takes it into the end zone, but a marker is down, so hold on here. So the big lineman a little too far downfield, and the official spots it, draws the flag, and takes the touchdown off the board. 2nd down after that previous play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Back to throw. It's Manning. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or they're going to sell out and bring the pressure.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. Knocks that one right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. They finally get things going this time. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here's the handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Now the pass rush gets home.
Boy, this offensive line is so caught up in making sure that they're accounting for the defensive line. Nobody sees the inside linebacker. He comes home on the blitz and gets the sack.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. And now the first play of the drive, they'll begin at the 38. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Scanning the field, it's Manning. The pass rush closing in. The ball is picked off. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Well, a mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back and cover 3. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
But the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? That's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Slides down to avoid the tackle.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Pressure is coming. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. The Longhorns offense takes the field. This drive is important. Last one had an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Now the first play of the drive, they'll begin at the 38. Looking for his big tight end. What a catch! Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that first down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
Moves out of the pocket. Pass ball is incomplete, but there is a flag on the play. We'll check that out. Well, sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's controversial, but that lineman a little bit too far downfield, and that's a costly penalty. Penalty makes it first and long. Out of the shotgun. And here he goes. And tackled there by the defense. Here's the second down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Finds room at the 30. He's in the clear. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Texas.
Just when we thought this game might be slipping away, these guys come right back down the field with a quick strike and a touchdown, and it's back to being a close game.
And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and if you go play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Dropping back, it's Flores. Short connection to the tight end here. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice... There. The Cowboys come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Look at this, Chris. After that big gain and a first down, they're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this up-tempo offense cranking.
Looking to throw it on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Takes off in a bootleg. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
They'll run it here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Man, that is the quarterback's best friend. Opportunity to find that open tight end. He takes a big hit, but holds on to the football to show that strength and awareness for a nice first down.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
They're going to run it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback.
Swarm with a pass rush, a sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by 10. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Keeps it on the draw. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. We reached the 2-minute timeout of what's been a lopsided game so far. Let's see if the offense can stretch the lead more before halftime. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. To throw, it's Manning. Catch made on the out route. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for him.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. They'll try to move the chains here on the line. They'll play enough for a first down. The offense set up at the 43.
Here's a great example of back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. Got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
The Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. He's got room to run. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
On the move now. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Not a long return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29. On first down, it's play action. On the run, he'll let it go. That is broken up and incomplete.
Anytime an out route is run the right way and the quarterback throws it on time, it's nearly impossible to defend. This time, the corner's able to bat it down because the quarterback was a little bit late on the throw.
Oh, they trap him for a sack. And now the defense decides to suspend the timeout to regroup a bit. So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. They're going to throw it on 3rd and very long. Just standing there, gets hit again. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. That sets up a return. Oh, and he's got some space here. Can they catch him? They can't catch him. Touchdown.
Oh, man, these guys will not be stopped. Talk about putting up points before halftime, and they're really putting some distance on the scoreboard. This defense is officially reeling.
Extra point makes it a 17-point game. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Flores bringing pressure. Now the pass rush gets home.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
And they've got him. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
The Cowboys will kick this away to start the second half. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They were productive in the first half, but hurt themselves with turnovers. Let's see if they can fix that here as we get the third quarter going. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They get the second half started with the running play. Got the first down and still motoring. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Looking to scramble. And a flag is down as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty is on. Well, the lineman a little too far downfield, like a sheep wandering away from the flock. And that's a costly penalty. The penalty backs up the offense. It's 1st and 15. Dropping back. It's Manning. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
And he keeps it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Third down coming up.
Crucial third down play right here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Looking deep downfield to the left. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. The Longhorns will line up to kick it away. And he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And the Oklahoma State offense takes the field. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. And the Cowboys looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
What a big game by this offense, and they're now going to kick to that up-tempo. Had a sense that the defense is a bit on their heels, confused, looking to the sidelines. A great time to go hurry up.
Talk about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time. Hunter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on third down? Try and muscle for the first down. Strong defense. They stop him right near the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. The Cowboys look to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Flores. And is intercepted. Breaks into the open. At the 30 now. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns. The defense contributes 6 points.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
And the point after is good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick. Oh, and he fumbles! The offense able to fall on the football, lucky to maintain possession there.
Well, the running back here just seems so focused on trying to locate where he needs to go that he lost focus of holding on to that football. He's very fortunate one of his own guys is able to recover it.
Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or then check him out. First down here for this offense. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and there's nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. The screen to the wide receiver. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. And the Cowboys will bring their punt team on the field now. On to kick now for the 5th time today. The punt bounces and goes out of bounds right near the 30-yard line. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They'll begin the drive here set up at the 30. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Scanning the field, it's Manning. And it's incomplete and a very quick throw. Incomplete. Second down coming up. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Brings up third down.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, he makes the catch. Defense will stop him after about a 9-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. Longhorns will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? The back's got it. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
They'll kick it away here. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Forced to punt last time. Tried to add points, build the lead right here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. He escapes the pocket. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage.
I think he predetermined where to go with this football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions. Locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? He'll hand it off. It's the 1st and still running. He moved the ball to the 48 and earned a fresh set of downs.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down. Know what you need to do. Get the 1st down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. And get that much closer to securing a victory.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football. And by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They finally make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play to wrap up this 3rd quarter. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. An inside give now from the shotgun. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Offense goes to the pistol formation now. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a... their lead.
Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. And the ball. Will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Utah Utes offense will get the first possession of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's... to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Leaves it with the running back. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Dropping back, it's Dampier. Quickly complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeps it on the draw. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play action game.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's the slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematic.
Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a first and goal.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utah!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly, and you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Salter. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. The Buffaloes will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. He's loose. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Might as well give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll make the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
You got to give him room and let him catch the football, and if he's called for the fair catch, you just have to stay back. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Pocket breaking down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Looking for a crease. It's Rodgers. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll try to power their way ahead. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll get rid of it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Quarterback making checks. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Holds it in the first down and more. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out in their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Off the play fake. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Fighting off the defender. Got room at the 35. Turning it on. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got...
Oh, he's got some space. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. And the Buffaloes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Got it behind the line. It's Miller. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs!
And it's a really nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator, because you just had an explosive run getting you down close to the goal line. I think everybody on defense was expecting them to just turn around and hand it off again. Not the case. Now you go pass. Really nice catching the defense off guard, and they get the touchdown. Bang, bang, 2 plays, 6 points on the board.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On the run, still looking. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Back to throw, it's Dampier. Looking to the big tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. The Utes will call on their punt team. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Back to throw time, running short in the half. He's got him. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing it as zone defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
He lost one down the sideline. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Dampier. Under fire. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Trying to get it to the marker. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Utes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Makes the catch. It's Miller. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Good timing on the quick out. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Salter. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. 6th play of the drive coming up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Delivers the stiff arm. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Back to pass on second down. Oh, they're after him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down. Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the option. He'll toss it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. The Utes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Utes line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Slithers into space. Just leaves him grabbing air as he gets down to the 35.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
That's caught. It's Williams. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
How about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Makes the catch. It's Atkins. Strong, firm tackle.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Shows him the stiff arm.
Well, this offense, they started the drive with great field position. They're being methodical here. They're not hitting the home run necessarily and scoring these big explosive touchdowns, but they're getting 3rd down conversions. They're staying on the field. They do a nice job there running the football. They look like they're in control. That's a good sign.
The tight end finds a soft spot. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
They're able to find a a tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
To throw, it's Salter. He's got it still on his feet. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1-yard line. And the Buffaloes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Utes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
And the Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's Dampier. The throw to the outside is complete. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. So we open the final period with a third down play. It'll be a run on third and short. The Utes get it past the sticks.
But nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
And the Utes will have it first and 10. Fullback's got it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Finding open areas. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll try the right side. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
you got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Quickly complete. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a 1st and goal. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it in.
Touchdown, Utah! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
The best running backs are the guys that can just on that play.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Salter. Forced out of the pocket. Trying, it's a fumble on the play. Bounced right back to them.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Buffaloes will punt it away on 4th down. Wants to bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. They'll run the screen. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. They practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute.
It's a running one. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Utes are flying down the field. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He'll take it himself. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And they'll try to tack 3 more onto this lead late. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking downfield, it's Salter. Here comes the heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants a big play here late. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run the option. Now the toss. He's in open space downfield. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Yeah, they've had a day. And it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can turn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Looking for space. It's Parker. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent and winning.